Hey Reflections, it's Bashara. Welcome back to another video. So in this video, I want to talk to my people who may be feeling inadequate, inadequate because of the way someone did you or the way that someone treated you, because someone is you feel like someone is using you, misusing you, abusing you, or whatever the situation is, or the person dropped you like a hot cake, like you didn't matter, they moved on with somebody else. Let me tell you, just because a person cannot see your value, that don't have anything to do with you. If a person can't see your worth, if a person can't see your value, especially the value that you offer, if they can't see that value in their life, if they don't see you as a prize, okay, then that has nothing to do with you. That's their loss. You know what I'm saying? If a person is walking in the desert and they overlook a ruby, that's their loss. Somebody else is going to come along and somebody else is going to find that ruby. Okay, that's their loss. That has nothing to do with you. You don't have to feel inadequate about yourself or feel like you're not good enough, or maybe if I was just a little bit prettier, maybe if I boss up, maybe if I had a nicer car or a nicer house. Trust me, I've done all those things. I've thought if I had a nicer house, if I had a nicer car, if I grew my hair out a little bit longer, if I worked out a little bit more, maybe, just maybe, he'll love me. And none of those things work. They will never work. Okay, you got to understand, that's just a body. Okay, that's just a person. That doesn't mean that that's your person. Just because you got a person in your life, just because you got a body, just because you got somebody there taking up space, don't mean that that's the person for you. That doesn't mean that that's the person that's divinely and ordained or set aside for you. Okay? Just because you had him or you had her for a time doesn't mean that this was the person that you was ultimately supposed to be with. Okay? And I don't care how good they look, how bossed up they is, that don't mean that that's your person. And sometimes if a person realize, like, I'm just not clicking with this person, I'm just not just not the person for me, that don't have nothing to do with you. And that doesn't mean that you are inadequate or less than. That just means that you guys wasn't a perfect match. Like, you just wasn't vibing like that. You just wasn't connecting like that. You know what I'm saying? For him to be able to walk away the way that he did, that just means that the vibe wasn't strong enough. The bond wasn't strong enough. And sometimes, they say if you love something, let it go. Sometimes when a person walks away, sometimes it be that space that make them realize, like, dang, I really did have a good woman. Dang, I really did have a good man. And sometimes they'll come back. You know what I'm saying? If they realize it, and hopefully by then you still have an interest in them. Hopefully by then you actually still want the person. But just because a person don't want you no more, or they stop calling you, they stop texting you, they stop communicating with you, that doesn't mean that you're not worth anything, or that you're not valuable, or that doesn't lessen your value. The way that they feel about you has nothing to do with you. You still have to remain confident. You still have to rest in your confidence. You still have to rest in your knowing that you're an amazing person, and this person is walking out on an amazing person. Okay, this person is walking out on a queen. You just remain being a king. You remain being a queen. You remain confident. You remain sure of yourself. Okay, and someone else will come along that is more divinely connected to you. Okay, that person might be your divine selection, or that person might come back to you later on down the line. And like I said, hopefully you're still interested and you're still available. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and just give a message to anyone who may be feeling like less valuable, or just not good enough, or they didn't measure up to a certain person. It's not that you didn't measure up. It's not that you're inadequate. It's not that you're invaluable. It's just that either one, they couldn't see your worth, and that has nothing to do with you, or two, that wasn't just the divine selection. you know. And sometimes you gotta let time pass. And when you let time pass, sometimes you'll see that as time goes on, that person might realize, like, dang, this person was a good person for me. This person was a good match for me. But you don't let what they did make you feel any less than or any less value. You know, you just sit, you remain in your confidence, you remain in your knowing. Like, if you got to say I'm that B, whatever you got to do to make yourself feel like, well, that's on them, you know, that has nothing to do with me. I'm still who I am. I'm still confident. I'm still sure of myself, you know. And that's the energy that you want to remain in if you want to either attract someone else, or, you know, that person might see like, dang, like, I actually missed out. They might realize they're missing out and come back, you know. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here with a quick little message. You're not inadequate. You're not less valuable. Okay, you are a gem. You are a ruby. And if he doesn't notice it, if she doesn't notice it, someone else is going to come along that path, and they're going to notice it, and they're going to sweep you off your feet. Okay. So that's it for this video, you guys. Leave your comments down below, and I will see you guys soon.